Yes, you started recording.
Okay, great. So yes, Zohar and I will share an update. We have several important updates. But first, a sad announcement. Um, Many of us know our dear friend for a long, long time, Rina Shalom. Regrettably, she passed away. She was ill, and she passed away yesterday, as uh, as I understand. And I wanted you all to know. So we will keep her in our hearts, and what she's done for the Kli, for the North American Kli, will remain with us forever. She's contributed a great deal with her efforts, with her heart. Um, and now another change, one that's not sad, but is nonetheless very significant. Let's put it this way. For a long, long time, for several years, Gil Kedem has been leading the Arvut team and basically leading the North American Kli. Um, for much of the time, he did that behind the scenes because at the same time, when we are having this meeting, he has a meeting with the Latin Kli, so he wasn't able to attend. And as soon as I joined in, he basically kind of shifted and turned his attention to being with them every week. Before that, he was more with us. Um, but now he has been given a new position. He will join Rui Akoka in dealing with all the technology and broadcast and all of that apparatus that's happening here in Israel. Um, he's been asked to do that a while back, and he put it off at that time. But now the circumstances are such that he um, he accepted the challenge, but it's very time consuming, and it's going to mean a lot of work for him. So he will be retiring from both the Spanish Kli, the Spanish speaking Kli, the Latin Kli, and from the NA Kli. Um, so I think we owe him great, great, great gratitude for everything he's done. Personally, I can say I learned so much from him in every meeting with him, whether personally or with the Arvut team, has been a learning experience for me. And he already knows that I will be nagging him with questions, and I'll be seeking his advice going forward for sure. But in terms of responsibility, he kind of passed on the baton. Um, so I will be in the Arvut team without Gil, but I will not be alone. Here comes the other shift. That's a very, very, uh, how should I put it? It's a great shift. It's a wonderful shift. It's something that many of us has been waiting for a long time. Okay, one of the friends in the Arvut team, when we announced it, said, "Finally." And here's the thing: until today, um, we had two entities that were partially connected and partially disconnected as a result. Those were the NA Kli and the CABU. Both were under the English department, but functioned in many ways like two separate departments. Um, and I think we told you before that we're working on transitioning um, and reforming that whole structure. So we're still in the process, but we've made a serious leap forward. Basically, beginning today, after this declaration, we've already started, of course, but now it's official. Zohar and I, we've merged the NA Kli and the KABU under one umbrella. There's no more two separate departments under one department. No more, some people called it parallel universes or semi-connected or whatever. We are all one, as we should be. And we're going to be dealing with all the issues of both KABU and the NA Kli under the Arvut Team, which also now incorporates within it the friends from the KABU. So the Arvut Team is now expanded and will also include KABU. So whether you are from the veteran tens or from the KABU tens, you can send all your questions and suggestions and comments and whatnot, whatever communication you want to have, either to the people you sent it before, like Zohar or Michelle, or to me, or you can simply send it to the Arvut Team. Everything will be handled through it. Whether you send it to one of us or to the Arvut Team, it will go to the Arvut Team, discussed there, and we will give you an answer on behalf of the Arvut Team, which will now just be one head for the English department. Of course, there will be still some differentiations in terms of expertise. There are those who are more experienced with working with KABU, those who are more experienced with working with the NA Kli. It's always like that. In a big committee, you always have subcommittees and people who expertise in this or that kind of section. Let's call it a segment. But we'll all be thinking about it together and caring about it together and working together in collaboration and cooperation and coordination. I'm done with my shins. Zohar, please take over.
L'chaim, friends. It's very exciting to be in these moments when we talk about connection, about unity, about merging, about collaboration. All these are, positive steps in the right direction, hopefully, if we trust in each other and work with each other. I'd just like to add a couple. First of all, it's always a blessing to serve friends. And so I think the declaration is not a declaration that, these two people are going to be working together, but that we are all going to be working together. The same challenges that maybe a team is working on, every one of us has to work with this. We're going to be working towards becoming one global community, one Bnei Baruch, and not different kinds of structures within it that are confusing everyone and making us feel a separation. So it's a good thing, and it'd be challenging, but every one of us is going to have to make room for realities that require us to make room in our hearts for others and to step out of our comfort zone and work in places that we didn't work before. I also want to say that for those of you who are saying, "Oh my God, that means you're replacing our tens and you're shuffling," no, none of that has been said. No one is messing with the holy structures that our spirituality depends on. But if we work closer, maybe there's a better chance of us identifying these points of contact where we could replenish each other, where we can help each other and identify better where tens could use some help more on this side or on that side, and in working together. And maybe once and for all, we'll stop thinking of because I look at, I don't know, I'll just take an example, Susan, and I think Toronto, so she must be living in Toronto, versus Andrew, who I don't know where he lives because his thing says KABU 12, and I don't know what that means. And so just to realize that just like we have tens with the names that are NA this and names that are after a city or names that came from where they studied before. That we are one. We have big plans for this year. For the KABU students. Let's start before that. For all of us in May, it's a huge order called. I can't words are not coming out of my mouth now. It's like a tall order that we just received, which is to have a TENS Congress. I know that's going to be on our minds and our hearts, and how are we going to fit this into our time, into our schedule, into our efforts, into how do we make the room for this? For some of us, it sounds like an impossibility. What is impossible? What's possible? These are great challenges before us. Immediately after that, maybe a couple of weeks after that, our friends, the KABU friends, are going to have their annual KABU retreat. And this year it's going to be in the Netherlands, in Holland. And so a lot of efforts are going to be going towards that, and any support that we can give to them, and make this a special event so that they have one more brick into the wall that we're building to reach the steps to building up towards our advancement. And then we have a big event this year, which is in October, the end of October. We're going to have the regional congress that's happening in upstate New York by Lake George. You heard kind of intimations that it's happening, and we're about to close the deal. And this is happening. We have a spectacular location that we're hoping that together we're going to build not only the physical place, but we're going to build, the Holy Temple between us, and make this Congress one that truly catapults us all upwards together. So there's a lot of work to be done together this year. And you can imagine that some of these changes that KABU is going through, the English departments, the whole world Kli is going through, and all that, maybe some challenges. Maybe they're keeping us from, there's no dull moment, as they say, but these are exciting moments. These are moments where we work together. Everyone is needed. Everyone is required. Everyone is asked to help in every one of these aspects of things. And my best thoughts right now for everyone is, don't sit back and wait for someone to ask you to do something. Offer. Come in, step in, find out where. Let's realize if we are all working now towards TENS working, and we're no longer being spoon-fed from above, and we have to start being the adults. Let's be adults this year. Let's make this move that some of us are making within the departments and within and these aspects of things, a move for all of us towards becoming a unified Kli. Maybe we don't have the centers we had before, but maybe we need to center it around something else and build it and figure out what it is. So let's. I'm excited that we're going to be doing it together. It's good times. I don't know. I'm probably just rambling off, right? And I don't have anything else to say. There we go. I know that there's a lot more questions and answers, but let's answer them together. Let's do that together. I think it's a great, exciting thing. I'm very excited to work side by side with the Arvut team and with Chaim, of course. And Chaim, don't worry, you're not going to have to nudge at Gili to help you and ask you and ask him and bug him and all that. He will offer his opinion, whether you like it or not. He'll have it. He's always going to be there for us. So we know that we have that asset in our corner always. And L'chaim Baruch, L'chaim to the English-speaking Kli, and for the exciting moments that are ahead of us.
Thank you, Zohar. Thank you, Haim. There's one question in the chat. Probably it's important to read it. It's Maggie says, "What about the European KABU TENS? Do we continue to be part of this structure?"
This we'll talk with the KABU students separately also about this, but let me just say this out loud. This is a global movement. The organization is moving towards our educational programs like KABU, MAC, Global Course, and all that, to have a role of raising students to a certain degree, to make them ready to join the World Kli. And we also understand that to join the World Kli is not a walk in the park. It's not just, you went through a year of studies, you're ready. And so what part of what we're building here, this collaboration, this global community, is not just in English speaking, it's all around the world. And those KBU students who, for those of you who don't know, KBU students are all around the world, not just in Europe, everywhere from Australia to Asia to Africa to South America, North America. We have KBU all over, including the fact that KBU is also in Spanish. So we have this movement is going to be affecting all of our organization. That doesn't mean that all of a sudden you now from next week Maggie's 10 is going to be moving to a different thing. They're going to change their 10, mix them up with Europe or something. No, the 10 remains the 10. You're going to be working with the 10. There may be some changes in the logistics of your week and who you go to when you need help and all that, but you'll be well communicated. And by the way, a lot of this is developing as we go. It's not like, oh, we just opened Rabash volume 17 and it's written there how to build a global community for Bnei Baruch in 2026. Chances are we're going to have to build some of this and adapt and be flexible and creative and try to see how we plan the best we can, and then realize that our plans mean very little. It's the creator's plans, and we're going to have to follow that. That's basically where we are with this. But no one's don't worry that tomorrow you won't know who to go to or who's caring for you, or that something has changed significantly in your structure. The morning lesson is still the morning lesson. The Arvut system is still the Arvut system. There may be some other people involved in helping and supporting, and hopefully we're also going to upgrade our communities and make them even better and more inclusive. That's the best I can say at this point. I don't know that we have. This is what it will be. You have thoughts of what? Go ahead, Chaim.
Yeah, I'm just saying that we did think about that question. It did come up, and we are working on it, and we will come up with a good solution. And before we have a good solution, we will not change anything. The idea is only to make it better, not worse than what it was. So when we find a good solution, we will make the changes. If we don't, we will not make any changes. Okay? L'chaim Nebaruch, indeed.
Lahaim. Thank you. Thank you, Haim. Thank you, Zohar. Thank you to the Arvut team for their support to us. Okay, friends, we have today we are honored to welcome a giant 10. These are dear friends who truly exemplify what it means to walk this path together. We see them on the screen all the time through their strong connection, dedication, and work in the 10, and their tireless efforts in dissemination, teaching, music, many projects. They show us in practice what it means to be a friend on the spiritual path. So for that, let us warmly welcome the great San Francisco 10 and open our hearts to receive their inspiration. So please, giant friends, go ahead, open your heart for us.
Well, thank you, John. Thank you. Wow, we're so excited, so happy, so nervous in front of you, friends, again. Yeah, if you could show everyone that joined, about half of our 10 is here. We want to hear from most of the guys that are here. Really try to prepare and spend the week thinking about what we could share with you guys. So thank you for this invite. When Irina Kostenberg asked us to speak, it was an amazing exercise for us to think about, what's the history of our group, how we evolved, where we're going, what are we actually contributing to the world Kli, back to the world. And this group is really responsible for, in the 10, San Francisco 10, really responsible for just growing me, from a little baby about 16 years ago. And believe it or not, I've been a part of the Arvut team when it started with Zohar, and when Rav kickstarted it in 2016 in the New Jersey Congress. So it's been an amazing journey, and I wouldn't be able to hang on without the San Francisco 10, with their daily support, daily dedication, devotion to our teacher, to the world Kli. So let's start with the sort of the Rosh of our group, the founding member, Mike. It's here. He's going to tell us a little about the history, and then we'll hear from Murad and Eric about like our daily life, our dissemination, and just invite you friends to visit us for a Congress or one of our physical gatherings. Our house is always open. Our heart's always open for you. Misha Darevsky, please tell us when Rav came here.
All right, guys. Happy to see everybody here. It's a pleasure. Okay, I'll be short because everybody needs to have, a chance and time to speak. As a 10, we kind of started well before 2000, believe it or not. Why 2000, right? Back. And the first time we got together, it was like, I don't remember, 2000, 2001. We started to study in my house, just like few of us. Then we started to publish articles in our local newspaper. It's called 24 Hours, or which I was at. And we started to have people flocking in. That was very unusual. That seems to be okay. Something is cooking, something is in the air. And in like 2002, we arranged Rav to come by for the lecture. It was a great event. I'm actually was very much impressed. Like at that time, we gathered about like between 350 and 400 people for the intro lecture. That was pretty amazing. I mean, you can see some pictures here in the screen, like, Raf on the stage, and it was really cool. And then everybody got together in my house for, celebration of the event. And since that, things started to, to evolve. So from November 2002, it's kind of official, how to say it, like, so anyway, the group was formed, proclaimed, and recorded. And then pretty much we all know about each other, right? What happened? Had zillions of different events, dissemination, had events with like Daniel Matt, who's a big scholar, like a Zohar scholar from Berkeley. Then this event with like physicists, right? What the bleep do we know? All kind of book fairs. I mean, everywhere, and basically like West Coast, from South to LA. So it's a great journey, and we're still kicking, and that's wonderful. All right. And again, happy to be here with you guys.
Thanks, Mike. Yeah, I'll pick up from there. So I'll be covering kind of our framework, what our life looks like. We have a pretty strong framework. It's taken a while to get here, but it's up and running. It's like an engine that keeps everybody together. It really is what keeps us kind of supported and makes all the other things possible. So right now, let's see. I think we have 15 people officially in the 10, 12 to 13 very active, and we maintain connections with people throughout the Bay that are more kind of extended people that are familiar with Kabbalah and Rav, but maybe don't participate that often. And we, invite them to congresses and such. That's always very important. Of course, daily lesson is the most important thing. We have strong, consistent attendance there. We've even had some recent boomerangs. We've always been a pretty consistent, right around 10, but like Eugene on the screen here has rejoined us not recently, but about a year now. Our good friend Daniel, who was again kind of more in the extended, in the orbit for a while, and then last year he decided to plunge right back into the 10, and he's been it's like he just never was not there. And yeah, so we've had some that's been great to have that new energy. As far as besides the lesson, we also do, we start at a little bit early before lesson. We always have some people reading and prepping beforehand. We make sure we have a very strong, consistent daily call at 12:30 our time, so lunchtime. And it's pretty consistent turnout. Pretty much nearly the entire 10 is always there almost every single day. We do lesson prep. We might deal with, logistical issues if we have a Congress coming up or something. Prayer, we kind of renew our intention and that sort of thing. Physical gatherings are very important to us. So we've made it a priority at least during Shabbat meal, lesson and meal, to be physically located as much as possible. We're a little spread out now around where we live, the Bay Area. So we have two different physical locations we kind of congregate, and then we meet virtually between those two. Um, what else? There's a lot that I want to make sure we don't miss anything. We do our tens pairing. Been taking that pretty seriously. So we want to connect with at least one 10 per week, per the NA schedule, North American schedule. And congresses, I think, are the last thing. We've gotten in the habit of making a space. We have a kind of consistent space now that we are been renting out for the last 2 or 3 congresses. And the point here is to be able, we want to get more guests, right? We had honored guests from Los Angeles join us last time, Owen and his wife. We've had some mock students join us, and just the more we do this, the more people seem to be joining. Yeah, in the center there, top center, that's our space that we're kind of settling into as a regular routine. And then the last thing I'll mention is that going to Congress physically in Israel is also very important. We look up to our brothers in New York who are sending their entire 10. I think we're going to get there too at some point, but we make it a point to try to at least send 1 or 2 people per year. We want to make, we have a priority on this. We want to make sure that people get to Israel and that we're represented and connected to the central heart over there. So I'll pass it on now towards your friend Murad.
Thank you, dear Eric, and thank you, friends, for letting us share this with you. My part is to talk about our San Francisco's dissemination efforts, and I will start with some of our internal dissemination efforts. We have North American Arvut Team representatives from our tennis, Alex Eisen. You've heard from him earlier just now. Then we have TENS liaisons, which is our friend Raphael. And Eric just mentioned the pairing of the TENS, which is he's responsible for, and he does a great job with pairing us with some TENS that we're able to work together. As far as our external dissemination, we have 4 mock and 2 COB instructions here in San Francisco, 2 teams of Russian instructions that every week teach on mock online, and you see the screens with friends on lessons from mock. Also COB-U instructions. We have 2 COB-U instructors, beautiful instructions. We have translation from Russian to English. That's Gene, and you'll hear from him later, and Alex Eisen. We have live reading of Zohar for peace on YouTube, and I believe that's on every Tuesday, which we invite all of the friends to participate in. For our Russian, we have Mike Darevsky, which spoke earlier. He does our transcribing in English. We also have some broadcast Kabbalah in simple words, which also take place every week. We have some additional dissemination efforts by some friends. Sasha Tsodikov has his own channel, which is called Jews of Silicon Valley. He hosts Kabbalists from San Francisco to give out lectures every week. Misha Darevsky and Myron are part of it. So this is as much as our dissemination efforts. We're very proud and very happy to be a part of this. And hopefully what you hear from us today gets to inspire you and become part of our strong life here in North America, Bnei Baruch. And I would like to pass the word now to our great friend, Gene. Zhenya, go ahead, brother.
Hey Murad. Hey everybody. I, I wasn't supposed to speak actually. I'm not sure where you got that idea, but it's I'll just say that it's quite amazing to see all the friends and to be a part of the San Francisco group. They welcomed me with open arms after a little bit of a hiatus, you could say, and every friend is just an insane inspiration and gives strength to one another. There's such a bond between the friends and how they care about the North American Kli and about one another and about just contributing to everything that's going on in North American BB. But that's just a short statement from me. Nothing else to say. I wasn't supposed to be on the lineup, but L'chaim, guys, back to you. Back to you, Alex.
It's okay. You were. We wanted to hear from you as well. Sasha, do you want to share a little about the Jews of Silicon Valley Unite channel?
Yeah, guys, can you hear me well, first of all? Because we didn't hear well okay, great. Yeah, great to see all of you, the great community of our American, let's say that, the family, okay? Because that, we see the guys and the faces, smiley faces, it's what we need, first of all. And yeah, so my activity in dissemination, it's not how to say, it's not in the formal way. Okay, we talking very rarely to our managements. Okay, but we doing the actual work, and the channel in the YouTube, I try to push as much with the mostly with my internal passion. Okay, it's called the Jews Let's Unite, and question mark in the end. Okay, so it's that it's the question if the Jews really want to unite. Okay, and they are not actually not only Jews but all people. And yeah, this channel exists already last 7 years, and we started with the small amount of people outside. So we are not working with our internal friends. Okay, we are doing the external dissemination. So all people who is involved in the channel. Okay, it's that only on the basic of volunteering and the help to the running the channel. Okay, so right now there are 7,000 subscribers. So we are running 5 days a week, except of Shabbat. And yeah, there is still not how to say, not huge amount of audience, and the channel is in Russian, and typically 5-6 people, external people, join to the channel, and we are doing the conversation like round table. And yeah, I think all of people, they are Jewish. Okay, they not study Kabbalah. We also inviting 1 day a week. We inviting the Mac Online teachers. Okay, Mike Darevsky from our group and Maren Balasny. Okay, they coming, and thank you for them. They coming and they're explaining the Kabbalah in the simple words. So that means they are not like exactly the regular lessons, not exactly like Kabyu or Mac Online Russian. Okay, they explain the Kabbalah in very simple words. And it's the target of the channel to explain to all people what does it mean, the study Kabbalah, what is Kabbalah about it. It's not, how to say, not the campus, not regular study. Okay, who wants is coming, who don't want is not coming. And not commitments, of course. That's people just try to understand our concept and try to understand how we are, how we would like to spread the wisdom of unity, or wisdom of the Creator, to the rest of the world.
Well, thank you, Sasha.
Sorry, yeah,
just,
go ahead.
Just want to make sure, just the time check,
is gone, guys.
We have a global Yeshivat Havarim soon, so just a quick time check. But if friends, if you were lucky to be at the last U.S. Congress in Harrisburg, then you were lucky to witness a Kabbalistic stand-up routine from Sasha Tzadikov. So during the gifts of the tens, when tens had to prepare something, we have lots of talents in our group. So Sasha Tzadikov did a couple of minute Kabbalistic stand-up routine, which was pretty memorable. And we wanted to do him to do this time, but he said not virtual. So you have to come to the next U.S. Congress physically to witness it. We also have a lot of other talents, friends, like tons of music talent in the group. Joseph, Lars couldn't be here. He's working, but him and Judah, Carrie's husband. They've done a lot of music together. If you recall the Inamatov song, that famous clip of the friends singing and rapping and the New Jersey Congress. We couldn't find it for you in time. But David Hampton, that also joined our 10 recently, he has sent a clip. He wanted to do a live music piece, but he had to work today in a band. So let me share a screen real quick and hope this will work. It's a very short clip, just him doing a little San Francisco bit. He's singing about unity and about us gathering and the feeling that he gets.
San Francisco. Oh, a special place where your feet won't touch the ground. Ooh, San Francisco. Happiness is when we're together with friends. Together we sing and we are happy again. I wanna tell you every Ada can be found. Ooh, in San Francisco.
Oh, that was the outro. Sorry, I stopped it early, but Dave wanted you to get the same feeling, and but perhaps you know some of his more popular songs, like "A Chance for Love to Go Around the World." Probably one of the best songs Dave helped write and sing. Um, So maybe lastly, we can hear from Igal real quick. Igal Friedman, him and Julia Satsuda are our Kabbalistic community liaisons, local liaisons. So they run the WhatsApp group and then try to invite and attract everybody to our congresses and our physical gatherings. Ganchik?
Yeah, thank you, Alex. Hello, dear friends. It's great to be with you this morning. Yeah, we have plenty of friends around, but not directly related to our group or 10 actually, but part of other gathering. Yeah, and one of the friends that recently, I think not recently, after October 7th, kind of miracle, I met him at the shooting range. Yeah. So yeah, his name also Eagle. He from Mac 10. So basically, he joined us, and every Friday he's with us. He uniting with us. It's amazing, and we're trying to attract during our congresses more friends, sending invites. Some are joining, some are less, but yeah, trying to spread the light. Thank you, friends, and Alex, back to you.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we have time to hear Julia maybe briefly about the women of SF.
Yeah, we have 1 minute. Julia?
Well, it's been a journey, as Mike have said. A number of years we've been one physical group, and now that we're split into different tents, a number of women friends are actually in different tents. A number of women from San Francisco group are in different tents, but we do our best to come together once in a while for joint gatherings. We have women who have been originally with San Francisco group. We have new friends who came from MAC. We have some friends who moved in from Israel. And it is a great experience for us to get together, to spend time together, get to know each other outside of our tents, and bring new energy into the local community. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, friends. Thank you. Thank you very much, friends, for taking some time to be with us to share with all the English Kli, all your efforts, your presence, warmth, and openness greatly inspired all the friends, I'm sure, and strengthen our connection. We never stop knowing the friends. It was great we see you all the time in our screens, but all these things probably we didn't know too much, so it was great. Thank you very much, friends. As we conclude our gathering today, we want to extend our heartfelt gratitude to each one of you, 120 friends at some point, for your presence. May the inspiration and unity we feel today continue and accompany us through the week, strengthening our connection. Let's carry this shared spirit towards all the week in our work with the tents, supporting each other. Until we meet again next week, let's go to the Arvut system for a gathering of friends at 12:30, friends. So if we have a few seconds, please, Ella, send us with a song. Thank you, friends. L'chaim. L'chaim, friends. Let's go to the Arvut team.
L'chaim.
Thank you.